in navigation and surveying, we use the term bearing to navigate from one point to another point relative to each other. So to help you with some understanding what these terms look like, let's look at this example that I have over here, where I have some, well, let's name some point O in the middle, and I have three different headings. In the first quadrant, I have some point P. In the second quadrant, I have some point R. And in the fourth quadrant, I have some point Q. So what I first need to do is, relative to the north-south line, I need to understand what are the angles involved. And so in this particular angle or example for point P, so the bearing of O to P, I would first need to know what's the angle from the north line or the south line to the ray where that point is included. And it's listed as 40 degrees right here. So I could say then the bearing of this one would be north 40 degrees east. This one, point R, I need to know what is its angle relative to the north-south line, and it's 65 degrees listed, so I would say my bearing is north 65 degrees west. And then this third example right there, what do you think it is? Look at the angle between the line, or our heading, and the north-south line. And so I'm heading in a south direction, 70 degrees east. And so that's how I would recognize and describe those particular headings, or the bearing from O to P, the bearing from O to R, or the bearing from O to Q. So let's look at this example right here where, again, I have some relative point in the middle, and I want to know what's the bearing from O to A, O to B, O to C, O to D. So looking at A, I have point O, I have a relative point A, and I have 20 degrees with the horizon. So I could say north 20 degrees east. No, you know I can't do that because I need to know what is its angle from the north-south line. So I need to know this angle right there, which is 70 degrees. Once I know that, then I can say from O, the bearing from O to A would be north 70 degrees east. The bearing from O to B, I have the north-south angle already measured. It's 20 degrees. So I'm going to head in the north direction, 20 degrees west. Point C, you notice that their angle is listed from the horizon, not from the north-south vertical line. So I need to know what this angle right here is. And that angle is, if this is 75 degrees, the remainder is 15 degrees. So I can say that the bearing from O to C would be south 15 degrees west towards the ocean. And then over here, point D, I already have the angle is 25 degrees listed. That's the angle that I need and that I'm concerned about because it's the angle from my heading and the north-south line. So the bearing from O to D would be south 25 degrees east.